Hey guys, welcome back to CardSpot. My name is Ethan. Today we are ripping into a case of Maze of the Master, the brand new set. It has arrived in New Zealand on time, so let's get into it. So we have 3 different variants of the booster pack artwork. Just thought I'd show those off, and let's rip on into them. So we're going to have 6 rares per pack. Along with a foil, some really cool reprints in here, Gladiator Beasts, Thunder Dragons, some stuff that I'm a big fan of, as well as support for like the XYZ unions, the Galaxy Eyes, Tachyon stuff, yeah, all sorts, Allure Queens, Earthbound Immortals, you name it, it's pretty much in here. So there's a bunch to get through, and of course the main event is the TCG exclusive stuff for the Odion archetype support, which is like the trap monsters, which is really cool. So now that we got those 3 out of the way, I think probably let's just skip right to the foil at the back, right? Like legitimately we can just go like that. It's our first secret rare, which is Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon, which is a very clean looking secret rare, so we'll take that. But probably in the interest of time, I'll just show off like the first one. We'll spend a minute looking at the first of each foil that we get. And when I say foil, I mean like ultra secret collectors quarter century, because those are the hits in this set. Otherwise, these supers, you know, we'll see them a million times, so that's fine. Because, you know, we can then get through a case really quickly. So there's another Schwarzschild. 2 Schwarzschild so far. There's a Merciless Scorpion of Circuit. That actually looks really sick. I really like the artwork on these Odion cards. I just wish they were a little better. But the artwork is kind of, it's not quite there, but it's kind of old Yu-Gi-Oh artwork vibes, which I'm a big fan of. We've got an Ocean of Regeneration. Doing it this way hopefully means that we can just zoom through. We've got a Divine Golden Shadow Dragon Dragluxion. What a mouthful. So it was what, like 25 years ago that Odion was introduced in the anime, and he's finally getting support. Is Shizu his sister? Or was Shizu Marek's sister? I can't remember. But either way, Shizu got support for her cards, what? When was Telements? 2022? Odion had to wait 3 more years to get support. But it's cool. I actually really like the fact that they're going back and doing these kind of sets. You know, we got the Gate Guardian support a couple of years ago. I don't know that they introduced any TCG exclusive stuff in last year's one, but we got a Verdict of Anubis in that one. That's actually really cool artwork as well. Shout out to Swordsman Landstar there, getting blown away. Yeah, so I don't remember there being a TCG archetype in Maze of Millennia. Just some decent reprints, and Bonfire, of course, was the big pull in that set. This one, Maze of the Master, I don't know why, but it tells you where my mind's at. Maze of the Master reminds me of like something that should be like 50 Shades of Grey, The Master's Dungeon or something. And not that I've actually seen that movie or read the books, but that's just where my mind goes. So oh, there's the Duke of Demise. That's a pretty cool OCG import in here. A nice zombie fusion. Figured I would lay out the pulls all down the bottom there so that we can see them nicely. We got the Divine Scorpion, just a super rare. What about in this one? We got the Performate Shadowmaker. I feel like we've pulled 1 million of those so far. Probably, what do we think is going to be the short printed super? I get a weird feeling, and there's no reason for them to do this, but I get a weird feeling that it's going to be Gladiator Beast Retiari. Just because that card was like so hard to get for so long, it seems like it should still be really hard to get, but that's probably just me. I doubt that they'll actually make it really short printed. It is going to be interesting to see how the printing in this set goes, because theoretically, each box, the ratio is 2 secrets, apparently. 2 secrets, 4 ultras, similar to a core set, but there's only 6 secrets in the set. There's an X Cross Cannon. That's a very cool new addition to the XYZ deck. So 6 secrets in the set, 2 per box. If none are short printed, theoretically we should get what? 4 secrets? 4 of each secret? I think. So if my maths is right on that. So yeah, it's kind of like, well, we'll see, right? Here's a secret, speaking of. The man with the mark that just looks kind of like Odion, right? Like, that's just straight up Odion. Yeah, pretty sure that's straight up Odion. So obviously, the big chase card in this set is the, what is it called? 7th Tachyon? Is it 7th Tachyon, or is that is the Tachyon Ascension? No, I think it's 7th Tachyon. One of them is the one that came out in Legendary Duelist Duels from the Deep that no one cared about until now. And one of them is the secret rare in this set. So I can't remember which is which. I think 7th Tachyon is what we're after in this. Yeah, I could be wrong. There's a Trickstar Aqua Angel. We haven't seen one of those before. Of course, Trickstar support in here as well. You'll see the pricing on your screen as we go, but as always, that is just a guide. It is just to the best of my ability when I'm editing the video right before release. There's another new Ultra Union activation for the XYZ cards. Shout out to Card Merchant Ponsonby for hooking us up with these packs. If you need singles, supplies, or sealed product, look up Wilson and the team at cardmerchantponsonby.co.nz. On with the video. Yeah, so take the pricing that you see with a grain of salt, because it's, yeah, the best that I can do, given the information that is available at hand. Prices will drop because they are generally pre-order prices, pre-sale prices. I try to use things like Kong's cards and Tier 0, so it's not just the crazy TCG player pre-order prices, because those are generally insane. There's our first 7th Tachyon. Okay, it is 7th Tachyon, not Tachyon Ascension or Ascending Tachyon or something like that. So 7th Tachyon is the chase card from the set. This is huge, so plenty of these, please, Konami. As for me personally, I'm not really sure what I'm after in this set. I think I'll probably hold on to like some of the Gladiator Beast stuff for Edison. So like a collector's rare Retiari would be pretty sweet. But like I'll probably hold on to some Laquaris and Samnites and Retiaris and stuff just to be able to put together an Edison deck. Because basically everything you need for Edison, well no, that's a lie, not everything, but all of the hard stuff for Edison is here, like Retiari, War Chariot, Heraklinos. Gyzaris just got reprinted in Bonanza. So yeah, it's a pretty decent set if you're wanting to play Gladiator Beasts in Edison. So for any fellow Edison enjoyers out there, good time. And also if you are an Edison enjoyer and you haven't already, check out our Edison games on the channel, where we take a different Edison deck each episode and showcase it in some feature matches on Dueling Book. It is a heck of a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying making those videos. Alright, we're on a bit of a cold spell now. But I'm doing this because I've been really trying. Oh, here's a new secret rare. Treasures of the Kings. This is for the Odion deck. Pretty cool card, honestly. I don't remember what I was saying. Something about the Edison videos. So go watch them, because yeah, they are a lot of fun. I've been really enjoying them. It's a hard test for me to be able to play online and win games. But here we have a Anubis the Last Judge. This is one of the cards on the cover of the set, and honestly, one of the best looking cards in the set. The artwork on that is just insane. This is a really cool card. That might be one of my favorite artworks on a card in a long time. It's pretty sweet. Oh yes, okay, we'll take that. Another 7th Tachyon. Let's add that to our tally. Can we get 7 7th Tachyons? Would that be 7 completed? Would that be jackpot 7? I think it would be. Here we just gave a super rare. No collector's rares or QCRs yet. The QCRs in this set, I believe, are number 107, and the other one is escaping me right now. Oh, it's Silent Swordsman level 8, right? But it's an exclusive artwork. There's another X-Head Cannon. X-Cross Cannon, of course, my bad. X-Head Cannon is the original vanilla monster. In this one, just the clear wall. Next pack. I think at the time of recording, there's also one collector's rare that is unconfirmed. And maybe one QCR. I think like I said, the Silent Swordsman and the number 107 are confirmed QCRs. I can't remember if the third is confirmed. If it is, then I don't know what it is. And if it's not, then that's fine. And maybe there isn't a third one, is the other possibility. But I think there was 3. Any hoozle, we got a Moye reprint. Good Sword Soul reprints in here. The Moye, I'm pretty sure the Emergence is reprinted as well. So if you wanted to pick up a cheap Sword Soul deck, all the Tenyi stuff was reprinted in crossover breakers. And then more Tenyi support as well. But I actually think Tenyi is better without Sword Soul now, right? Something like that. Grief Tablet. On to the next one. And it is a Performage Fire Dancer. See what's hiding in this pack. Another Moye. What's our first collector's rare going to be? We also haven't seen any Perulias yet. Perulia, of course, an ultra rare in this set. But it is early days. There's still a lot of cards that we haven't seen so far. There's another X Cross Cannon that completes our set. The fact that we've pulled 2 7th Tachyons before some of the other secrets is a good sign. And there's another new Ultra XYZ Hyper Dragon Cannon, which the artwork looks really cool. That's a pretty sick looking card. So yeah, let's keep the 7th Tachyons coming. I won't be mad. Oh, back to back Hyper Dragon Cannons. Can we get a third one in a row? No, I saw the fusion for a second. I was like, oh, we did, but no, it's just a Divine Serpent Apophis super rare, Gimmick Puppet super rare. On to the next one that doesn't want to let me in. It is just a clear wall. You ever went into those clear ranch sliders as a kid? Those are the worst kind of clear walls. I remember doing that as a kid. Absolutely slamming my face into one. Just annihilating myself. It's when they invented those little stickers to put on them so that kids could see them instead of running straight into them. We got a Verdict of Anubis again. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you ever just absolutely slammed yourself into a ranch slider. Just ate all the glass. Yeah, good times. Good times. Why were we always in such a hurry as kids? Always had somewhere to be. You just run everywhere because walking is too slow. Here's another man with the mark. What kind of mark? Is it the marks on his face? It's because he's got the... it's not going to focus. You can kind of see it there on his cheeks. Or is his name Mark? Is he just the man with the mark because he's Mark? Shout out Mark one time. Or is his best friend Mark, so he's the man with the mark because he's always hanging out with Mark. It's another Treasures of the Kings, and I'll shut up now. It would be a bit boring if I did actually shut up though, right? So I won't. There's another Performage Shadow Maker. On to the next one, and it's a golden Allure Queen. Making our way through these packs into an Ancient Gear statue. There we go, Mike. Shout out to my mate Mike, the Ancient Gear enthusiast. It's a really good card for the deck. So weird that it wasn't released around the other Ancient Gear support. It's probably been nearly a year at this point since the other Ancient Gear support came out, because that was the set with Tempai in it. Here we have Apophis the Serpent, the new Apophis retrain, which is another trap monster. Yeah, Tempai came out, what, May? April last year? Yeah, so, ooh, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal. That looks like, what does that look like? This reminds me of something, and I can't think of what. Oh, Eternatus from Pokemon. I don't know why, it just gives me Eternatus vibes, but it's a pretty sick looking card either way. We continue onwards. Let's see what other goodies are hiding in here. Just a Trickstar hoodie. Shout out to wearing a hoodie. It is too hot to do that at the moment. Ooh, another Merciless Scorpion of Circuit. It's slowly cooling down here in NZ. If you've been watching the videos for a while, you'll know we've been in summer and doing some of the other case openings. I've been absolutely sweating myself to a swamp. Still doing that a little bit today, but it's not too bad. The autumn winds have arrived, or fall winds for our American friends. So it is starting to cool things down, which is very nice. It makes my openings a lot more pleasant because I don't have to sweat. And for people that buy cards from me, they're not getting sweat-drenched cards. Anubis the Last Judge. Can Anubis take over from Judge Judy when she retires? Has Judge Judy retired? Actually, that's a good question. I'm out of touch with my Judge Judy lore. Anyone watch Judge Judy lately? There was another one, that started after Judge Judy. There we go, words. There's like Judge, I want to say their name started with an R, but I don't remember what it was. But yeah, I remember watching Judge Judy growing up and just thinking it was so boring. But here we have our first collector's rare of the opening, the Man with the Mark. That's a pretty sweet one because it is a secret rare. I'm trying to get this in the light so that we can really see. There we go, kind of get the collector's rare pattern. That's actually a really clean looking collector's rare. I like the fact that the actual dude is kind of just clear of any foiling and it's just in the background. Yeah, that's a really sick looking collector's rare, actually. I don't know what the ratios are, whether it's the usual like 3 collector's rares per case. But there we go, we have another Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon. It might be 3 collector's rares and a QCR, or 2 collector's rares and a QCR, or a QCR might be 1 per 2 cases. This is, of course, one of the last few sets to contain a quarter-century secret rare, as the 25th anniversary celebrations that have been going on for 2 years wind down. Okay! There's our second collector's rare. That's huge! A collector's rare Molchami Perulia. That's got to be one of the best collector's rares in the set. I mean, Perulia does have a QCR print, but for collector's rare enjoys, and honestly, that's a pretty slick looking collector's rare again. So, yo! Pulled a collector's rare Molchami before we pulled the Ultra. Awesome! Collector's rare Perulia, we will take that. Some Ultra Perulias could be good, but for now, an Ultra Apophis the Serpent. I might have to go through and inspect some of these other cards, because maybe quality control is just poor for the whole set. It could be a rough one. There have been a few of those. We got an Ancient Gear Statue Ultra Rare. I remember, I think it was the Megatins 2023. The cards were all like miscut. It was really bad. That's probably the worst that I've seen. But I think because New Zealand is in the European distribution zone, we don't get it quite as bad as some of the American people do, because the American print stuff just seems to be horrendous sometimes. Right, let's see what we've got as we approach probably the halfway mark. We've had a couple of collector's rares now. Still no... Oh, destroyed that pack. Still no ultra rare Perulia. Had a couple of 7th Tachyons. Would like some more, potentially. Would be nice. A QCR still eludes us. I was trying to think which QCR I would prefer out of the two, because one is just an alternate art of, I think it's Silent Swordsman, it could be Mystic Swordsman, one of the two, level 8. And the other one, the other QCR that I know of is number 107, which does already have an ultimate rare and a ghost rare printing, both obviously vintage. Well, it feels weird to say vintage, but they are over 10 years old at this point. It's crazy that Dragon Rulers was over 10 years ago. But that came out Lord of Tachyon Galaxy. There's our first Singularity Fiend. That's pretty cool. I say it's cool. I just read the card. It sucks. Why is that a secret rare? That card is awful. Discard it and a spell to destroy a monster when it's special summoned. Like, it doesn't... I don't know. I mean, I guess it's fine. I've been playing a lot of Edison, and I'm like, but the monster still gets its effect. No, it doesn't. As long as it's not an on-summon trigger. If it's an ignition effect, it doesn't. But still, seems kinda ass. But, okay. I mean, you have to have that and a spell card in your hand. And it needs to be a spell card that you either want in the graveyard or you just don't need or want in your hand. Yeah, I'm not really buying it. Singularity Fiend. You can stay single, because you won't be in my deck. Right. Next pack, Golden Allure Queen. We've pulled what feels like a lot of Golden Allure Queens. You know what we haven't pulled in a while? A Retiari. Interesting, isn't it? See? Maybe I did predict something. It's like when, what was it? Hydrant. Rescue Ace Hydrant was a super rare in, was that Maze of Millennia? I think it might have been. Ooh, there's our first Union controller. Shout out to, you won't be able to see, I've got an enemy controller pillow behind me, which looks exactly the same. Union controller, the monster version. That's pretty sweet. But yeah, so they reprinted Rescue Ace Hydrant as a super rare. And then it was super short printed, and it stayed basically as expensive as an ultra rare, which is kind of crazy. There's another Duke of Demise, we'll take him. So yeah, I mean, Retiari will come down in price because it's been reprinted. Got another. I'm not even going to read that because Retiari was like what, a $20 rare. Kind of fluctuating, but around that, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not quite that high. It might have been around $12 or $15 US, but yeah, it was ridiculous for an old Turbo Pack rare. But of course, it was only that or the secret rare printing from Crossroads of Chaos, which is very old now. So here's another secret rare, Treasures of the Kings. Speaking of secret rares. So yeah, good to see it get a reprinted, much needed. Also, honestly, War Chariot kind of needed a reprint as well. So that's good. Good to get all these guys reprinted. Hey, our first Ultra Perulia. So this is what Ultra Perulia looks like. So I'm expecting Perulia to be short printed because of course it will be. And given that we're like halfway through a case and we've only pulled one Ultra Rare, yeah, it doesn't bode well. But it's okay. I think Fualos is the main one, and that's going to be in Stampede, so that's good for people who need the Mulch Armies, but they actually have been reprinted pretty quickly. I mean, you can argue that they're very important to the metagame right now, and so you kind of need them to play. So you have that on one hand, but on the other hand, it is really good that they have reprinted them so quickly for those people that don't want to fork out, or just simply can't afford to fork out for them. You know, I am one of those people that doesn't want to fork out for them. I sold all my Mulch Armies. I'm kind of happy that I did, because obviously Fualos... to be fair, I sold my Fualoses after the reprint was announced, but, you know, still for a decent amount. Merciless Scorpion there. And I sold my Perulias as well before they were announced to be in this. Ooh, Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primal. But that was also because I don't really plan on playing too much competitive Modern. I've got my invite for this season already from the regionals that I topped back in September. There's another Schwarzschild, Infinity Dragon. So yeah, I can kind of just chill out. It's entirely possible... What? What? Another Collector's Rare Perulia? I mean, I'll take it, but what the heck? What is going on? We've put more Collector's Rare Perulias than we have Ultras. What is... This is... It's insane! Okay. Well, I hope Collector's Rare Perulia is worth a bit of money, because we've got two of them now. We got Union Activation as an Ultra. So, yeah, 3 Collector's Rares now, 2 of them being Perulias, one of them being the Man with the Mark. So, probably, of the 3, definitely the Perulias are the better one. Okay. Will we get a Collector's Rare? Will we get... Because I think... I'm trying to remember what the ratio generally is for... And when I say... I think I just said Collector's Rare. I meant QCR. I'm trying to remember what the ratio generally is for Collector's Rares. Normally, I think it's 1 in every 3 to 4 boxes. So getting 3 Collector's Rares as a Union controller. Getting 3 Collector's Rares could well be our lot, but we could still have a chance at a QCR, potentially. So that would be pretty sweet. The QCR in last year's set being the alternate art Junk Warrior, which was kind of cool. It was a nice little boost for people who enjoyed Junk Warrior, particularly Edison enjoyers, maybe playing Junk Synchron and Frogs, or in a Quick Draw Dandy kind of deck. On to the next pack. I think you can level Eater Quick Draw, right? You just level Eater Quick Draw and then sync Quick Draw and level Eater into Junk Warrior. So it is possible to make in Quick Draw Dandy. Probably not the best to go into, but it's fine. On to our next one. See what's hiding in here. We've got the Fire Dancer. Wow, 2 Collector's Rare Perulias. That's pretty... Especially when we've only got 1 Ultra. There's another Merciless Scorpion. Will we end up with more Collector's Rare Perulias than Ultra ones? What? Another Collector's Rare? Yo, that looks sick. And it's another Secret Rare. Honestly, I think we're pretty good with our Collector's Rares here. Treasures of the Kings. That is a sick looking Collector's Rare. Okay, that's really nice. I was hoping for a Retiari, but I will definitely take the ones that we've got. 2 Perulias, a Temple of the Kings, and a Man with Widget. No, not a Man with Widget, that's the old one, a Man with the Mark. Another Schwarzschild there. Can we get some more 7th Tachyons? Is that too greedy? I feel like we still need a couple 7th Tachyons to really boost this box into the stratosphere. This case, I should say, into the stratosphere. This is 288 packs. This is 12 booster boxes of Maze of the Master. Getting lost in the maze is another Retiari. That would have been sweet to get a collector's rare Retiari, but that's okay. On to the next one, Ocean of Regeneration. I don't know, when I saw that Retiari could be a collector's rare, I did tell myself like maybe I would keep it if I pulled one. But I'm more of an ulti fan, and so if I started collecting collector's rares of things, I think it would just get a bit muddy. Hey, there's another Ultra Perulia, so we will take that. That's the thing, is like Perulia is still a good card, even though this is a reprint of it, even though it is just an ultra rare, not a secret rare, but that's probably for the best value-wise. There's another Tachyon Primal. Man, it does seem like we're pulling a lot of foils. The upped ratios in this set... Hey, there's another 7th Tachyon. We'll take that, baby! Like I was saying, it does seem like we're pulling a lot of foils. I know that normally in these side sets, it's only ultras. You normally only get 3 ultras per box. They upped it to 4 ultras with crossover breakers per box, and now it's 4 ultras and 2 secrets per box. And there's another Anubis. So I don't know if we're just like top heavy, we've pulled most of our foils already, and then the end's going to be a bit dry. But it just seems like, because what is that? There's 6 foils per box. It's like a core set ratio. So I would expect that a lot of these ultras will be like core set ultras, where they won't be super expensive, particularly if there's something like Perulia, which holds a lot of value. The rest of the ultras won't. There's a cross cannon. It's been a while since we've had an ultra that's really held a lot of value at release. The only one I can think of off the top of my head would be Fenrir, Kashtira Fenrir. That was quite expensive when the set released, and it was an ultra rare. Otherwise, I'm trying to think of any others that were particularly expensive. When I say expensive, like, you know, over sort of the $30 US mark. Fenrirs, I think, were around maybe 40 US when they released. Might have even been more. Union Controller. They might have been more, and Unicorn might have been up there as well, actually. But otherwise, yeah, I don't think there's been too many other expensive ultras. There's a Union Activation. So it'll be interesting to see. But yeah, Perulia kind of feels like cheating because it is a reprint. Bonfire. Well, Bonfire's doesn't really count because it's not from a set that has the same ratios as a core set. That was just because there was only ultras in that set. What else was an ultra that had a high price? Yeah, I don't really think there was too much else. I can't think of anything. My brain did not work. Grief tablet. I'm going to pick up the pace a little bit here because we are lagging behind. We've got a primal. Still plenty of packs to go. Still a chance at a QCR. There's another Union Controller. Could we get a crazy QCR? Maybe one that I don't even know is in the set. But I mean, hey, we got 4 collector's rares, so I'll happily take that. 2 of them being Perulia, which is insane. 2 collector's rare Perulias in one case. There's another Man with the Mark. What else? I feel like we've pretty much pulled everything at this point. It's just going to be like, can we get some more Perulias? Can we get some more 7th Tachyons? Can we get... what else? I feel like those are the main ones. There's another Duke of Demise. Yeah, definitely Perulia and 7th Tachyon. I think maybe some of the secret rare Tachyon cards other than 7th Tachyon, like the Schwarzschild Dragon. What is that? Schwarzschild Infinity Dragon and the Galaxy Eyes Primal might be worth a bit. Singularity Fiend, definitely not going to be worth bugger all, so I'm kind of glad that's only the second one we've got of those. If we could just not pull any more of those, that'd be great. Unless there's like some broken deck that it plays really well in. I just I don't see why you'd want to use that card, and I don't see why it's a secret rare. Like, that card should be a rare. Got an Apophis. Yeah, it's a Singularity Fiend hate train. All aboard. All aboard the hate train for Singularity Fiend. He shouldn't be in here. Clear Wall. On to the next one. Oh, destroyed it. And it's a Noble Angel. And next pack. Shout out to Gladiator Beast Sam Knight getting a reprint. That card didn't really have any business being as expensive as it was. It was a rare and a Turbo Pack Super. And the rares were like $3 US or something like that. So definitely needed to be reprinted. And it's been reprinted as a rare. So that's fine. And you've still got the Turbo Pack Super if you want to bling it out. Those were really expensive as well, actually. Those were quite a bit of moolah. They were sort of running you about 50 US. Oh, actually, probably a bit more than 50 US. Maybe like 70 US. Allure Palace. Notice my camera's kind of struggling to keep up with the focus. It's like zooming in and zooming out. Come on, man. Keep up. We got packs to open. Hopefully we'll be getting a new camera situation at some point this year when I can save up enough dosh to change it up a bit. Another Duke of Demise. And we keep going on along. Trickstar Noble Angel. Coming down to probably like our last 30 packs maybe. Still plenty to go. Still some decent hits, I'm sure. There's a Merciless Scorpion. Is that a decent hit? At this point, maybe not, but that's okay. What are we wanting now is 7th Tachyons, more Perulias, and maybe that elusive QCR. Moye's not going to do it, but neither is Ocean of Regeneration. What about in this one? Is this our QCR? No, just another Angel of Nobility. And that's okay. This one, no, another Ocean of Regeneration. Come on. Where's that QCR for us? That'd be so sweet. That'd just be the icing on the cake. I think we've had some pretty decent collector's rares, as collector's rares go. I guess probably, 7th Tachyon you can get as a collector's rare as well, but the 4 that we've got, the most expensive ultra rare, and 2 of the more expensive secret rares as well. Well, actually, I say more expensive. There's only 6 secret rares in the set. So, the only secret rare that's not kind of expensive, at least on pre-sale prices, is Singularity Fiend. So, at least it's not that. I don't think you can get that as a collector's rare, but at least it's not that. But we could have got ultras as collector's rares, or supers as collector's rares. I think even there's some rares that are collector's rares in this set. So, there probably are worse cards that we could have gotten. I think that's something that they haven't done. Whoa, another collector's rare. Treasures of the Kings. This is our 5th collector's rare now, and it's a double up as well. What is going on? I'm going to have to count up at the end what the ratios we got were. Because, yeah, 5 collector's rares, but 2 of them are the same? That's crazy. I mean, I'll take it, but that means maybe they've changed up the collector's rare ratios. Because it was definitely 1 per 3 to 4 boxes. I mean, even if it was per 3 boxes, you only get 4. So we are now above ratio for collector's rares. Does that mean we don't get a QCR though? That's the question. This is what we are going to find out. This is what we're opening all these packs for. Golden Allure Queen. The ratios, people. The ratios. What do they mean? Golden Allure Queen. Again. Just alluring all these golden queens. And no, it's not a golden... I was getting ready to say Golden Allure Queen again. 5 collector's rares. Well, that is crazy. So, who knows? We could get more collector's rares now. I would really be surprised, but I guess it's possible now. Verdict of Anubis in that one. Alright, next packaroonie is just another Trickstar. Come on, let's get that QCR. Let's get it. Get a QCR and all these collector's rares. That would be pretty insane. Not gonna lie to you. But still, yeah, 5 collector's rares. That's awesome. Hey, another Perulia. I think that's our set of Ultra Perulias now. Maybe I'll Maybe I'll keep a set for myself. I don't know. It depends where they settle at. If it's still a kind of pricey ultra, then I might just yeet them. Because, oh, that's what I was saying earlier. In New Zealand, the WCQ alternates. So we have what's called Oceanics instead of a Nationals. There's okay, I had to check for a second that wasn't another collector's rare. That's just a secret rare. That's okay. So our national, well, no, we still have Nationals. What is it? Continentals? Yeah. Our Continentals is split with Australia. So sometimes it's in New Zealand, sometimes it's in Australia. We got an X cross cannon. And it was in New Zealand last year, which means it's probably going to be in Australia this year. There's a Hyper Dragon cannon. And that means, flights and accommodation. And I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'd rather put that money towards maybe getting better cameras and stuff. So I'm not planning on going at this stage. Which means I don't need the expensive staples for modern. So that's why I sold my Perulias, and that's why I may still sell these Perulias. So we'll see. If for some reason Oceanics does end up being in New Zealand, then I will probably go. But we don't generally find that out till sort of a month or two before. And it's normally around June, so we probably won't find out till maybe April at the earliest, May more likely. So yeah, I'm not holding my breath to go, but that's okay. If it is in New Zealand, then I've got my invite, and it's another Schwarzschild. Don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I guess that's a German name. Schwarzschild, maybe? Child? Not too sure. Let me know in the comments how to pronounce that correctly. Right. We are getting there slowly. Few more packs here to go. But overall, pretty happy with how we've done. Another Union controller. The next packaroonie, we have just a Trickstar Colchica. Don't know, don't care. Still a few packs. Could still be a QCR, but not holding my breath. We're probably down to maybe about 10 packs, 10 or 12 packs. We got another Clear Vicious Knight. Alright, in this one, just the hoodie again. And in this one, oh my gosh, this pack's really fighting me. It is a Union activation that I probably just munted in the corner of that pack. Right. Our piles are getting thin. There's a Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Primer. So we have pulled 3 7th Tachyons, which is, I guess, not terrible. Well, okay, scratch that. 4 7th Tachyons, which is basically ratio. If each secret rare is equally printed, then we should get 4 of each. So, okay, we'll definitely take 4 7th Tachyons. That's happy days. 4 7th Tachyons. I think we're at what, 5 Perulias, 3 other collector's rares. Not too shabby, if I do say so myself. Chance to get a little something in these last few packs as we wind it down. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching this video. It's always a blast to make these. I love opening these new sets, doing a big old case opening, sitting down, really sinking my teeth into it. So hopefully it's enjoyable for you guys as well. As I munt that pack, and it's just a Clear Vicious Knight in there. Alright, down to our last 3 packs. We started off with 3 and now we're on to our last 3. Got an Allure Palace. Second to last pack. Can we get a QCR in one of these last 2 packs? Not in that one. So, our last pack for our Maze of the Master opening. And then don't go away because I will cover off the ratios, but we'll do this one old fashioned. Thunder Dragon Roar, Heavenly Dragon Circle, Gladiator Beast Sam Knight, Perform Age Water Danger, Zillion Tank, Allure Queen level 5, and just a super rare Gimmick Puppet Fiendish Knight. So our ratios ended up being reasonably on par. So we got 46 Ultras, which should be 48. We got 24 secret rares, which is ratio, and then we got 5 of the collector's rares. So I'm wondering if a couple of the ultras got replaced as collector's rares. Either way, we ended up with 3 ultra Molchamis, 2 collector's rare Molchamis, and 4 7th tachyons. So I think we did pretty well, and we also the most important thing, we only pulled 2 Singularity Fiends, so get fucked, Singularity Fiend, get out of here. So that will do us for today's opening. Hopefully you have enjoyed it. It's been an absolute blast. Next week, we will be opening up a blister box of this set to see if we can get some stonking ratios, so make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that, and I will see you next week.